Hey, what's going on, everyone? Michael here once again, reporting to you with another video from Maryland, USA, here at my home office. It's a great pleasure to be with you all today. Today I want to talk to you all about a topic that is controversial, okay? And it's a topic that may rub some people the wrong way. So if you want to turn off the video now, go ahead and do that. I'm just giving you a heads up. But folks, let me give you the chance. I'm asking you a question here. I want you to know if I can. Would you be willing to let me be vulnerable with you here and truthful for just a moment? Because really, what it is I want to share with you, and today's topic, okay, is circumcision. It's a controversial one, but circumcision, it's been going on a long time. If any parents are out there, obviously you've had to make that decision at some point if you had a male child, a boy. So, but what I want to be vulnerable about is actually me and my son's mother. We decided that we would like our child to not be circumcised. We stood by that. We are still proud of that today. He is now 3.5 years old. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the reasons we did that, and just about circumcision in general. Circumcision, for those of you that don't know, it's the surgical removal of foreskin from a penis. So it's an intensely controversial issue, obviously. Whether or not to do it or to do it. But let me just talk a little bit about it. Obviously, you probably know that in some cultures that it's accepted actually as the norm to do circumcision. Jewish is one of those cultures, but some cultures actually are against it. They don't do it at all. So it kind of goes back and forth there. But basically, the circumcision, the rates have actually fallen. Almost, basically, they were almost 80% of the infant boys in the 1970s and 1980s dropped down to 55% in 2010. So it's dropped from 80% down to 55% in about 30 or 40 years. So basically, in some, like I said, circumcision. Some people say it's unnecessary. That it's a mutilating procedure that robs the male of sexual sensation. So that's another thing with circumcision. It's been known that some males actually have a loss in sexual sensation. Studies have still kind of ongoing about that. But here's the thing, after reading about an article of circumcision, there was a lot of the scientific studies that they just couldn't come up with as far as the results. And here's what I kind of want to get across to you all is, where does the common sense play into all this? Just let's kind of step back for a moment here. If you think about all the mammals in nature, okay, all of the males, now just to point out, human being females have gone under circumcision before, but it's not as common as with the boys. But think about it, the mammals in nature, all of the males, none of them have been circumcised, and yet all of them are fine. Because they simply know how to bathe themselves. Okay, it comes down to cleaning yourselves, taking proper hygiene, which most of you do anyways, right? We all shower probably, a lot of us once a day, some of us every other day, and for those hippies out there, maybe once a week. But for the majority, we're showering pretty much every day or every other day. So we're taking care of ourselves, we're staying clean, and that's one of the biggest concerns, one of the biggest fears out there with not being circumcised, is that the bacteria and other bacterial infections can get in there because the foreskin is not cleansed properly. So again, if it comes down to simply cleaning it, why remove it? I believe that we are born. We are born with that for a reason. I believe that that doesn't necessarily need to be removed. I think we should be asking ourselves, why is that there in the first place? It obviously serves some kind of purpose, right? God or your higher source or whoever is our creator put that there for a reason, and for a very specific reason. So why are we so quick to the knife? I don't know. But that seems to be the case, that we're so quick to go to the knife. Now, this article that I was reading, they recommend that the parents are the ones that make the decisions. Yes, common sense or maybe logical thinking might bring you that way, but here's the thing, folks: before the babies can walk or talk, okay, before they can make an educated decision, they are actually going underneath the knife, okay, because of the parents' simple decision of that's just simply what they wanted. So hospital, they obey the orders, and the child goes under the knife, and the skin is cut off. I don't know how you feel about that. I think that obviously at that age you're too young to make decisions. But if you could make a decision, what would that decision be? Is that really respecting the individual and what they have to say? Obviously, being a baby, they can't talk, but I'm talking about letting the child grow up to at least make a decision that they have an educated decision on, so that they can look at both options. And that's about it. There's also a lot of fear, basically, around the not being circumcised. Is that causes a lot of sexually transmitted diseases and other kinds of illnesses because of not being circumcised. I don't know what your take is on that. But as you know, this has been going around a long time. But there's clear evidence here showing that less and less people are doing their circumcision on their children. There's actually a lot of benefits from not getting it done. So I wanted to point out, like I said, my son did not get circumcised. We chose not to get him circumcised, and we did receive a lot of, let's just say, feedback from family and friends about that, and their opinions on it. And a lot of them were not too keen on the idea that he did not get circumcised. But me, I feel proud about standing our ground and not necessarily following into everybody else's take and all of their viewpoints. Again, falling into basically society's structure of doing what everybody else is doing just because they're doing it. We actually researched it, and we discovered that we came to the best conclusion that it was optimal not to have our son go underneath the knife at 8 days old, something like that. So, anyways, this is definitely a controversial topic. I'd love for you all to put your feedback here. Leave your comments as well. And if you're, if you're one of those people out there that doesn't really fall in line with what everything that society is doing, I like to call yourselves a free thinker. You think for yourself, right? You have your own mindset. If you're one of those people and you want to kind of, take a step back and think outside the box, I'd love to have you part of my team. I'm up to some exciting things here online. I think there's a lot we could do together by working together if we kind of think along the same mindset. So if if you want to step out and branch out against society and think for yourself, okay, make educated decisions, not just based on what everybody else is doing, but what you know for yourself is to be true and what is optimal for you and your child. So I hope this makes sense, guys. I'm really glad I got to be able to bring this topic to you. It's been something that's been on my mind, having a young child. I've talked about it with other people, and it's nice to be able to kind of get it out to the public, and I'd love to hear your viewpoints on this. Let's just keep things positive, and let's not get any nasty comments out there, okay? But anyways, guys, once again, it's been awesome talking with you all, and we will catch you all on the next videotape. Later.